Welcome to the region of Vainsworth. My name is Alice Goode, and I was born and raised in a town no one cares about, to two parents no one will rightly remember. It's a dusty, boring place. At least it was. And a part of me is scared that I won't ever get to leave it. Fortune is in the name. Folks come and they win big. Strike a vein, win a pot. Some of them have all the luck. Maybe that's where mine went. See, I'm a card dealer at the Fool's House Parlor. I'm used to being in control, knowing what cards to play when. But ever since that storm in the outskirts, feels like I've been dealt a losing hand. And for once, I don't know the house's cards. At first, it was just me, the mayor's daughter, the sheriff, and the visitor. But now the whole town knows. We're heading out, just for a bit. I know the townsfolk are on edge, some angry, some scared. I don't know what'll happen when we get back, but I'm scared. Something's arrived in Fortune. Something wild. Something magical. And I don't think they're ready for it. I don't think I am neither.
Welcome to Wild Magic West. Wild Magic West is a homebrew campaign using a D&D 5e system GM'd by me, Invictus Somnium, featuring four of my very good friends. Four very good friends, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Mari. I play Xochitl, and she is an outsider to the group, still trying to figure out her business and move on. But with things that have been going on, it's been a little bit tough.
Hi, my name's Jordan. I play Elsie Adder, a wild magic sorcerer.
All right. What's good, everybody? I'm Dev at A Reclusive God on Twitter. I play Sheriff Bishop, a gunslinger sheriff of the town. I'm trying to rein in and figure out what the hell is going on with this magic stuff in town. So, yeah.
Hello, I'm Artie, otherwise known as Stupid Saint, 2 eyes in both of the words. I am playing Alice Goode. She's a wild card rogue, and she has a little bit of an issue with her arm. She's trying to figure that out.
For a quick recap, here's what's been going on. While our four heroes were beyond the outskirts of the town called Fortune, a rainless thunderstorm with red lightning resulted in Elsie and Alice being exposed to this strange energy. From gigantic horses to the same day repeating on end, the weird events since the storm haven't stopped there. Elsie has shot fire out of the palm of her hand, turned invisible, and grown to 3 times her height. Alice seems to just be scraping the surface of her abilities, prominently during a sudden appearance of a bear in town. Last session's events culminated in the reveal of Elsie's and Alice's powers to the people of the town. This, along with disagreements about how they should be handling these far from normal incidents, has led to a fracture within the group, with Elsie and Alice on one side, and Sheriff Bishop on the other, and the very mysterious Xochitl sort of caught in between. Last we left off, Elsie and Alice had decided to visit Alice's uncle and aunt at their farm outside the town. There, Alice surmises that they'll be able to explore their abilities without the scrutiny of the townsfolk. It is probably close to sunrise. Elsie, last night you packed up. Have you told your parents?
Yes.
They were less than pleased. In fact, your father is quite adamant about not letting you go. Just now, at the crack of dawn, it seems that he has also woken up. You don't know how much sleep he's gotten. It looks like the bags under his eyes are slightly more pronounced than normal. Shakes his head and says, I don't like this. I wasn't there yesterday, but I heard what happened. How long has this been a thing?
Since I got struck with lightning. That storm.
Why didn't you say anything? We could have...
There was nothing we could have done. I have to know more. I'm worried that I'll hurt people while I'm here, while I'm trying to figure this out. I need this trip, Dad.
What if you hurt yourself?
Then I got Alice right beside me and her folks who can take good care of me. I trust her and them.
The Goodes, they're all right people, but like we don't know them. I would just feel more comfortable if. What if you go to Benjamin's farm? I'm sure he'd be happy.
I don't want to endanger Benjamin or his wife or their kids. I don't want to risk it. This is the safest option right now.
How long do you think you'll be?
Promise not more than 3 or 4 days.
I don't think I could physically stop you from leaving, but there's nothing I can do to make you stay.
Can you stop the fire from shooting from my fingers or the bears that I summoned?
Just be careful. Just don't. I know how you are. I know you have a wonderful mind, and your mom and I love you for it. But just be careful. Some things are best.
I have a great mind, Dad, and I'm gonna put it to use. I will figure this out. I promise you that, and I promise you I'll be as careful as I can.
All right. He hesitates just a little bit before touching you, as if he's almost afraid of, I don't know, the fire spreading. But eventually he gets over it, gives you a quick hug. While he's still holding you, says, all right, well, you better get going. Because, I mean, your mom's on board, but I think if she still sees you here, she's going to try and stop you. So I'll see you in 3 days. It's the crack of dawn. You can see maybe just the faint rays of the sun now. Alice, you've gotten a few of your belongings. Did you stop by the Fool's house before you're leaving? You're going to be gone for a couple of days. Are you stopping by to see Woman Clover or anything?
Yeah, I gotta.
All right. So before you rendezvous with Elsie, you'll walk into the Fool's house. The door is rarely ever locked. I mean, at this time of day, the majority of people who are here are just workers. Technically, it is open, but very few people ever come to gamble this early in the day, unless they're staying there from the previous night. You step up the creaky set of stairs up to Wallman's office. As soon as your feet land on the last step, you hear him call out, "Come on in. What do you want? You weren't in yesterday."
There was a bit of a commotion. I don't know if you
I heard about the bear.
that.
Was that you?
Is that what everybody's saying?
They're saying some crazy things. Mayor's daughter setting her hands on fire. You calling down the lightning to strike the bear. What exactly is all that about?
The last couple of days, ever since I went out, to help with the mayor's daughter, have been very strange.
So did it happen or not? Good.
Yeah, it did. And I think I need to get away for a while. I'm worried about staying in town.
Your debt's not going to be paid while you're gone.
I know.
And if you try and skip out of town, I'm not going to appreciate that very much. Make sure you come back eventually. I'm owed quite a large sum of money. One way or another, I want that sum of money. Whether it be you working off your daddy's debt or paying it off in some way, I don't really care. Don't get me wrong. I am fond of you, and part of me wants to tell you that I don't take much joy in having you work your life off here. But Wallman Clover gets what he's owed.
I don't know. Frank doesn't like going out of town too much.
Frank isn't the only ace I have. Now, give your regards to the mayor's daughter and whoever else you string along with you. I'll see you when you get back.
Yes, sir.
He gives a terse wave of his right paw, shoo you out of his office.
While he was speaking, did I get the sense that he was treating me any differently? Did he seem to like be afraid of me or worried about or
Give
like
me a
worried to be in my
perception check.
presence? Okay. An 18.
So Walman Clover probably has one of the best poker faces you ever seen. But
Makes sense.
but as you leave, you can hear his drawer open. The sound of something with a sizable weight getting placed back into the drawer.
Damn,
not hard
he
for you
pulled
to
the
get,
Glock
but he
out.
probably had a firearm with him hidden underneath the desk. As you step down the steps, you see that Frank is waiting below. Frank is the bouncer. You've probably worked with him probably the most often.
Yeah.
And he always seems his priority is to protect Walman Clover's assets, and that does include Clover's employees, including yourself. So you know that his presence is usually there for your own safety. But as you step down, you notice that Frank's body language is a little bit more apprehensive. But as you step down, you see that he visibly relaxes, gives you a curt nod, and good day.
Don't worry, I didn't kill him or anything. You call down lightning and feel like you would probably have heard that.
I would have.
See you in a couple days. Do I see Elsie coming up on the parlor?
As you step out, you probably see Elsie with her backpack, having just closed the door.
I think she's gonna wait for Elsie to catch up, and then she's gonna go, we can head to the stables. They should have a horse for you to rent, or I'm sorry, does your family own a couple horses in the stable? I'm assuming that they do. How are your parents feeling about all this?
Oh, they are terrified. I had to escape my mother before she tried to talk me out of going. After my dad already tried to talk me out of going, I'm going. I told him I'm going. My daddy gave me 3 days, and I'm gonna get done what I can.
You have very understanding parents.
You see Elsie open her mouth a few times and then stop herself from saying anything, and she just nods.
Well, we're gonna be going to my aunt and uncle's house, Norman and Lena. They got a kid, my cousin, Noah, and they're good people. I don't see the goal in really hiding anything from them. I suggest we be very straightforward so that we can be very straightforward about the risks. But their kid is grown. Man, he's must be around 19 now, 20.
Is he cute?
Sorry? My cousin?
Yes.
I mean, he's a bit on the scrawny side, but I thought you were seeing someone else, Miss Adder.
Well, I
thought someone else was courting you. Hey, you know what? I think if you are interested in my cousin, I would love to introduce both of you.
As you guys approach the stables, you see that the stable handler, Susan Kahn, who is a female orc, is repairing the damage from the bear. You can see that as you approach, she's grumbling. Just fixed this hinge already.
Good morning, Miss Kahn.
Hello. Both.
Come
please. I just got this. I just got the gate on. If you're going
We're
to,
not here to destroy the barn.
We're gonna need horses. Anyway, my daddy got any horses here?
You got Honey and Bullseye.
Oh, those are the names, right?
What did you think I was saying?
I don't know. I thought Bullseye was like some kind of special horse putty for their feet or something.
No,
Honey,
you haven't really spent a lot of time around horses, have you?
No, not really. I usually just get around by walking.
Well, you're going to spend a lot of time around them when you get to the farm.
Susie frowns just very disgustedly at your lack of knowledge of horses. She's very much just like a horse girl, fully embraced in her lifestyle. And the fact that you just didn't understand anything about what she just said just makes her very like uneasy when she hands you guys the reins. You do know how to ride a horse properly,
Are you
right?
asking me if I know how to ride a horse?
Yes,
'Cause
I am asking you if
guarantee
you know how to ride a horse properly.
I do know how to ride a horse, Ms. Khan. Thank you very much.
You have a wonderful morning.
Okay.
Thank you, I will.
What?
You too, Miss Khan. You
I-
also have a wonderful morning.
Thanks, I guess.
You are so very welcome. Let's go, Alice.
Alice looks at Susie kind of like, she's the cutest, most strangest thing that's walked this town, and I don't really know what to do about it. Sorry.
As you guys get your saddle situated, we're actually going to jump back to the evening of the previous night. Sheriff Bishop, just a few moments ago, you received word that Mayor Ellis Adder wants to speak to you.
Oh, boy.
At the sheriff's office, the mayor stands in front of you and is saying, "Now explain to me one more time exactly what happened."
You mean what just happened, what just took place, correct?
Yes, I'm talking about the bear that apparently showed up. In the past 20 years, there's never been a bear that's shown up in the town. And suddenly yesterday was a bear. And then now I'm hearing that my daughter was set on fire. What is going on, Sheriff?
Listen, I can't explain it to you, Mayor. I wish I could. I really do. But I tried my best to get it out of here, and that's what we did. We got it away.
Forget the bear. I want to know what's going on with Elsie.
When she got taken by those
the bandits 2 days ago.
The bandits. You'll never believe it if I told you.
I'm having a difficulty believing anything I've heard in the past hour, so you might as well try.
Red lightning came down from the sky.
All right, if you didn't want to tell me, you didn't have to.
I told you wouldn't believe me, damn it. But you're going to listen to me now, because red lightning came down from the sky. It hit Elsie, and it hit somebody else in the town as well. And now they're doing all types of unexplainable stuff. Stuff I ain't never seen before. And I'm trying my best to keep it under wraps. I didn't want it to get out like this. I wanted to see if we could figure out what it was, find a way that we could break the news to you.
Is that you're saying that's really what happened? What about you? What about you? Can you shoot fire?
I didn't get hit by that lightning. I don't know.
So it's just her.
Her and her. Yeah, just her.
She says that she wants to go to the Goode farm down south.
Alice, Goode. We dined with her as well. She was with us during when we retrieved your daughter. Alice has kind of been looking out for Elsie as well.
No, I know my daughter. She's gonna go down to the ranch. She's gonna get there one way or another. It would do more harm than good trying to lock her up in the house until we figured this out, and even then, I don't know what we would do. So, whatever she's gonna find out, she's gonna find out about herself. But it would help me rest easier knowing that she has someone to look after her. If it's not too much to ask, I'd appreciate it if you accompany them.
Absolutely. You know my priority is trying to keep these townspeople safe, but
don't worry, we still have Candor and the new kid.
Setting Sun.
Setting Sun, yeah.
He's real good. He's a good one.
The town will be alright. If anything, I'll send word to you if anything comes up, and you can take one of my horses from Khan's stable. And then while you're there, here, you see that he reaches into his pouch and he drops a bag of silver coins to you. While you're there, talk to Norman. Tell him to give you his finest horse to replace the one you lost out in the outskirts.
I appreciate that.
Rook always spoke very highly of you. I trust him. so I'm trusting you. You've done good work for the town since you've been here, but this is my daughter. I trust that you'll make sure no harm comes to her.
Absolutely. Your daughter, I will say, she's a fiery one. Mary Adder,
I know.
She's very headstrong, but we'll get this figured out, and I'll make sure she's all right.
Thank you. He tips his hat. As he's leaving, he opens the door and goes, "Oh, pardon me, ma'am," and moves out of the door for Xochitl to enter.
Xochitl, how are you?
Considering all that's happened today, fine, I guess.
I never faced a bear before. Listen, I didn't mean to blow up back there. That was real unprofessional of me, and I usually don't let emotions take over me like they did. But
all things considered, Sheriff, you shouldn't be giving me that speech.
I know. I'm just worried is all. The people around here, they're good people, but they ain't much used to a whole lot of change. Seeing something like that probably make them talk, and who knows what it's going to do for Mayor Adder in the next few days. No doubt they got questions for me, and I'm going to be gone.
Gone?
Well, Elsie is going off to...
yeah.
Oh, you know about this?
Yes, part of the reason why I'm here.
You plan on coming along with me?
You asking me to come with you?
Not particularly, but I know you said you had business in town, and...
Damn, bro. You asking me? No, I actually don't want you to come, bro. Like, I actually wish you would stay here. I don't want to see you anymore.
I know you said you had some business in town, and this is going to be some out-of-town business for the next few days. You never quite told me what you're here for, why you need the help. So
that's the other reason why I'm here. Last time we talked about how you may have records of people who have passed in this town. I'm wondering if there's a chance that I can look over it.
Well, certainly not every record we have, and he's going to usher her over to where the files are, or where he keeps the files. He keeps them fairly neat, or he tries to keep them fairly neat, right? Is there any particular letter that we looking for, starting with?
L.
You got A, you got B, you got C.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I was waiting. I was gonna see how long Matt was gonna make you like fumble before he was like, "All right, you can finally roll."
20.
30, 20? Yeah.
30,
20.
Alrighty. Your records are, sparse. There's a lot of ones that are missing. Not every single sheriff along the town's history has done the most work to make sure that this was fully accurate. You know that Rook always stressed the high importance of good bookkeeping. One of his proverbs was always, a good record of history makes for a good future. As you're going through the L's, you see a few dating back like maybe a decade or so, some few more, some within like the past few years. Not too many names stick out to you, Xochitl, as you're reading over his shoulder. Bishop, you will see under L, you see a Leonard Goode, who was killed. You see that you had written down Leonard went by the nickname Lenny. He was a miner for the town, and his death was recorded about 8 years ago. Leonard was shot over a debt to Wallman Clover. In your files, you notice that there was no one listed as the culprit. You just know that witnesses recorded the sound of a gunshot, a yell, and Leonard was found in the street. Because there was no one who took claim of Leonard's death, Walman Clover was the one who was basically brought to the court. In this case, your predecessor, Rook, oversaw the trial. Clover was nowhere near the area for him to have shot Leonard, even if it was over the debt to Walman. So Clover was marked not guilty. Xochitl, what L name are you looking for as you kind of glance over his shoulder?
She's probably looking for Leonardo or Leo or Leon, depending on if he just shortened his name when he came into town. If he came into town.
It would be quite close to Leonard Goode's file, assuming that Bishop was keeping it in pristine alphabetical order. Even after you get to the end of the L's, you see there's no one underneath, at least none recorded here.
Is there any chance that she may know some of his like nicknames he would have used aside from his actual name?
Give me a
History?
Yeah, give me a little history check.
Why did I say history? I have a -1 on that.
Oh,
I got a
beats
3.
A 3?
I played myself.
You can't think of any aliases. It's pretty clear that Xochitl didn't see what she was looking for to you, Bishop.
You see anything familiar? Find anything?
No.
I'm sorry about that.
No,
Could I
you're fine.
maybe get a name? Maybe I can keep a lookout for it.
Yeah, it's Leonardo Salazar.
Quick question for Mari. Does he know her last name at the moment, or just Xochitl?
No, she hasn't.
Just said Xochitl. Thanks. Okay. Is somebody close to you?
You can say that.
Go get you some rest, and we'll meet back here in the morning.
All right. As so just kind of leaving, but she's holding onto the doorknob and like looks back at Bishop. I do appreciate your help. Before he can say anything, she just walks out.
I did. Have a good night.
Okay, we'll jump back to present time. The Goode Ranch is about 10 miles away from the town's outskirts. It is a horse farm, and you can see the wide open plain far before you approach. Tell me, Alice, how are you feeling as you see the Goode Ranch?
Well, it's been a while since I've been to visit my uncle and aunt. Maybe around, I think, a year and a half. Usually I would be very eager to see my family. They're very sweet and they always make me feel very welcome, but I'm unsure of how they're gonna react to my new complications.
I'll see. You've gone to the outskirts a few times before, namely most recently when you got kidnapped, but this is probably the first time you have willingly gone far from the town. Actually, no, that's a lie. You've been to your brother's ranch. So this is very similar to going to your eldest brother Benjamin's own farm. This one's a little bit closer to town, although a little bit farther from the river.
Do I see can I see how many horses? Does it look like a good year for them? Does it look kind of like a bad one?
So on a good year, the Goode farm usually has about 15 horses to either supply the town or maybe some nearby traders or caravans. There's probably only around 10 or so in sight, which is manageable, but not as much of a profitable year for them.
Man, I should have brought food and stuff like that. I think that Alice is going to, this sounds very strange, but park the horse like in the right area. Like I'm sure that there is like
Susie
a
Collins,
small
right? You guys know nothing
stable.
about horses.
You guys really
Go reverse.
I just need to
Do
get
you
all
parallel
of it.
park? Do you parallel park Bullseye?
I just need to make sure that it's like in cage, like it's like attached to something.
You harness your horse to probably one of the stakes near the edge of the property. Elsie, I imagine that you probably follow suit. You see a figure out front working on a little bit of the doorway, doing a little bit of reinforcing of the structures. As you get closer, you see that it is the sturdy figure of your Uncle Norman. Your Uncle Norman is in his early 40s. He has brown hair, some dark skin. He's about 6 feet tall, but he's standing on a ladder. You see that he's hammering away, so he doesn't exactly hear your guys' approach.
I'm gonna call out to him for sure to get his attention. I don't want to sneak up on that man. Uncle Norman.
Hello? Alice?
Uncle Norman. Hello.
Oh, hang on. Let me get. You see that he kind of misses the last rung of the ladder and falls a bit, but quickly dusts himself up and hurries over to you. Oh, so what are you doing here? It's good to see you. You look great. What brings you this far out?
See you too. I'm gonna just give him a quick hug. I'm hoping for a little visit. It's a long story, and I'd be happy to tell it. But first, you should meet my friend. This is Elsie Adder. This is the mayor's daughter.
The mayor's daughter. You brought. Well,
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you, ma'am. Norman Goode. I know your pop. Ben Adder down south. He's your brother, right?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, he's my brother.
I can see in the eyes, which is a lie because your brother and you don't have the same color eyes.
Elsie just nods.
Lena, we have visitors. Alice is here. Sorry, I wasn't expecting people. The house is a mess. I'm just doing a little bit of.
Don't fuss.
No,
I
it's
shouldn't sound
okay.
worried, but-
It's all right. It was a storm that hit a few weeks back. We just haven't gotten around to working on it. Come on. Sorry. Noah, he should be out back. Let me see if I can go find him. Lena's right inside. She'll be happy to see you. As soon as he says that, the door kicks open, and this small 5-foot brown-haired your Aunt Lena is standing at the doorway and goes, "You didn't say you were coming. Look at the house. It's just such a mess. Norman, I told you that we had to fix it early so that it wouldn't look bad if visitors come. Oh my god!
Don't fuss. Come here.
Alice, did
come
you
here.
get taller?
It's okay.
You look taller.
I get taller every
You lost some weight.
year.
Are you eating all right?
I'm eating fine.
Who's your friend?
This is
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Elsie. This is
Elsie. I'm Lena. I'm Alice's aunt. You met my
Nice to meet
husband, Norman. I'm so sorry. The house is just. It looks terrible. There's a bad sandstorm.
I smell food. You cooking something?
I have a beef stew that's been cooking since last night. I think it should just be about ready in the next 3 hours.
Smells so good.
Come on in. How long was the journey? Oh, you guys. Oh, you have Bullseye and Honey with you. I recognize those two from this far away any day.
Oh my goodness! How can you tell?
You just know these things. How can you not tell? It's clearly ours. That's the good. Those are good horses right there. Come on, Honey, come in.
Oh my goodness!
I like that pun. That's a good
oh
pun.
my goodness!
It's not a pun.
That's enough.
I wasn't even trying to make a
Alice.
joke.
Alice just like puts her head in her hands, her face in her hands.
Oh,
just
don't slouch. It's
completely
bad for your
covers it.
posture.
Oh, she immediately straightens up, head still in hands. Oh,
Elsie also straightens.
Noah, your cousin's here. I don't know where that boy went off to. He's around here somewhere. I think he was helping out in the back.
Oh, Elsie, do you want to go see? Maybe you can go grab Noah for us.
He'll be in. He'll
talk
be
to
in.
Mom.
What brings you guys here? We haven't seen you in was it 2 years now?
Yeah, about a year and a half. Yeah.
It's been too long. Between everything, we haven't had time to come into town, even for the Harvest Fest.
And work's been rough too. Every day.
You're not still working for that rat, are you?
He's a rat folk.
Is he treating you all right? I understand that your daddy had some agreement with him, but that's not you. Like, Norman, I would be happy to, you know, help you out with everything.
Auntie, I'm okay. I'm all right for right now. That stew looks delicious.
It's not ready
You know
yet.
what?
I said 3 hours.
3 hours.
Hey, get your hand away from it. Stop. If you lift the lid, it's gonna get all.
Already, Auntie. Come on.
It's not soft enough.
The potatoes are soft.
Okay, you don't get to come into my house and tell me how my stew is ready or not after a year and a half under my roof.
Do you have any snacks?
Snacks? No, you're gonna ruin your appetite. While she's saying this, Noah pushes open the door. He looks around his like early 20s or so. He has curly brown hair and caramel skin. He's a little thin, a lot thinner than what you would expect from someone who works on a farm. He has a small smile and says, "Pa said that you're stopping by. Hey, hello.
Hey,
Hello. Nice.
Introduce yourself, Noah. These are
you're
new
too
people.
old to give me a hug.
She knows who I am. This is the mayor's daughter we got right here. Show some respect. Stop slouching. Sorry.
Elsie,
Hi,
Elsie.
I'm Noah. I'm
Hi.
Norman Lena's son. Hi,
Yeah.
Alice. You look good.
Yeah, you look taller.
Yeah.
More tired. Are you combing your hair enough? This is ridiculous. You know you're never gonna land a wife looking like this. Look at you.
I gotta. I left the pigsty door open. I'll see you guys later. Bye. And he quickly like just backs up, and you just see Lena click her tongue. I'm sorry for him. He gets nervous when it's just been a while since he's seen you. He just kind of keeps to himself a little bit.
It's all right. I know how Noah is.
No, it's really good to see you. I was meaning to send you a letter, just to see how you were. It's just been a lot. Wizard folk raids have been.
You got attacked again?
Not recently. Nothing super bad. It just it happens. It's how the land goes.
If they're cycling through more often, I can talk to the sheriff. They just got a new deputy.
They're not going to do anything. We're too far out from the town. We did actually have some help. There's this folk, a Roman around. He's a Kenku, one of them bird folk. He's a true devil with a sword.
Came through and left?
Yeah, he was only here for a few days. Came actually like a godsend almost. Wizard folk were circling nearby. He came in, sliced a few of them, gave some good cuts to the others, and shooed them off. Norman tried to pay him, but all he wanted was just a home-cooked meal and a place to stay for a few days. That was the last we seen of him. A few farms over, they mentioned the same thing. So I don't know what his deal is, but I don't know if you ever run across him. Good people.
Yeah, I'll make sure to thank him.
Yeah, but aside from that, we've been fine.
Saw the mounts out front. You running about 10 bodies now?
Yeah, it's there's more things to talk about. You see Norman call out, Lena, got some more people coming around the horizon.
How many?
Looks like 2 of them.
The others?
Hey, grab me the gun.
Uncle.
You see that that Lena comes over and says, you never know, there might be bandits or something.
All right, well, let me ride out with you just to make sure.
No, it's fine.
Well, how will you know if we know them or not?
Look, we can handle them. If anything, you see that he just cocks the shotgun. Because, look, if they're coming here for trouble, they'll find it. Around this time, Bishop and Xochitl, you're coming across the Goode ranch. You can see 2 horses parked at the entrance to the property.
Thundercept shit all over again.
That's some impressive parking, Xochitl.
Oh my god! I'm gonna cry. Please leave it in the past. Let it die.
As you approach, you see a stocky 6 foot. I mean, he's not that stocky if he's 6 feet, but he's quite beefy. Human, ready with the shotgun in hand as you approach.
Bishop?
No, don't worry. It's all good. We don't mean no harm.
Hey, that's far enough.
I apologize. We don't mean no harm. I'm the sheriff from a town called Fortune. I was looking for a few people.
Sheriff. No. Sheriff of the town is, Dragonborn.
No, not anymore. My name's, Bishop. Sheriff Bishop.
What happened to Rook?
you. Rook passed away. Now I'm looking for a few people, and, I was told to ask for, Norman. By,
You're speaking
Mayor
to
Adler.
Norman. You see that his eyes flick to the left before looking back at you. No one's come this way, it's just me and my son and my wife.
I ain't looking for no trouble. I'm looking for Alice Goode and Elsie Adder.
Can I ask why?
They're friends of mine.
Give me a persuasion check.
My uncle does not snitch. My uncle is solid. He is strong.
7.
And that's a
Yikes.
7, yeah.
Well, I haven't seen my niece or whoever else you're talking about in maybe a year or two now. We don't get out to the town very much.
I got good word that they've come here.
Well, I'm sorry that your word was wrong.
I'm sorry, but it ain't. Now, if you can go get them, let them know that we're here. We're going to talk everything over, like adults.
Look, Sheriff, I respect the badge as any other one around here, but you're a long way from a town called Fortune, and we're a little bit out of your jurisdiction. I'll be happy to pass it along to the farms, down to the west, to the south. If I see them, I'll let you know.
All right. Xochitl, apparently, we have been told wrong. Ain't no one here for us. Maybe they went past the ranch.
Maybe. Noah, come get these horses.
Before I leave, again, I told you, Mayor Adder sent me out here. He told me to ask for your finest horse.
Yeah, of course. Fortunately, finest horse is no longer available, but we have a good one in the season. You'll like her. If you want, you can come with me this way.
I'll follow him. I guess, is Xochitl going to follow us, or?
I'm gonna peek out the door, see what the fuck's going on, since my uncle went out to go fight.
Bishop, you want to go ahead and roll a perception check? Xochitl, if you want to do the same, you can also.
I was gonna say Xochitl probably takes a second to look around before she follows them. I got a 5.
Mine is a 19.
Bishop, you see the movement of the door and your eyes flick over, and you catch a glance of Alice's face.
And
I
Elsie
go, oop!
kind of look out too.
I duck behind like a Scooby-Doo character, and I pull Elsie behind as well. Shit, he's here.
Lena,
Did he see you?
What do you
Oh my
mean?
god, do you think he's here to arrest us?
For what?
I don't know. Maybe the townspeople got real
Are you in trouble with the
nervous
law?
and they had. I would never get in trouble with the law, Auntie. I would never do that.
I thought you told me that we should be straightforward with them.
Truth now.
Struck by lightning, and I think I can shoot electricity out of my hands.
I got struck with lightning, and I can summon bears, lightning, fire, go invisible, and go bigger.
Like when she says this, she's melted in her chair. It's like she looks so dejected. She knows she's gonna get yelled at.
Elsie, on the other hand, stands up very proud, chest puffed out. She's like, I can do all this stuff, and it's freaking cool.
Is the one out there? See the sheriff?
Yeah.
And what does he want?
I don't know.
Well,
Is he gonna hurt you too?
No, he would not hurt me.
Alice looks at her aunt. Alice looks at her aunt because Elsie specifically said he would never hurt me.
I don't think he's gonna hurt her either.
Alice
I
looks at her
wanna add
aunt. I don't know about that. Things are really strange right now.
I don't know about this. I don't know, whatever you're talking about with the lightning and the fire and the bears or whatever, but go on upstairs. Your uncle and I will handle this. Go on, hurry up. Bishop and Xochitl outside.
I definitely saw Alice, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to respect whoever's property this is, but at the same time, I'm annoyed because, of course, he lied to me, And I don't like lying. I don't know why he lied to me. I'm just playing along right now.
He brings you over to the second stable. The first stable is empty. Opens the gate. This light gray horse steps out. And you see that Norman brushes her mane very fondly. Her name's Diamond. One of the best ones we have this season. It's been a little bit rougher this year around. This one will be a fine one for sheriff like yourself.
Do I have any knowledge of what goes on on the outskirts, what they're going through as far as these attacks?
You know that wizard folk attacks are quite common for the farms. You definitely know that there's raids. You know that there's bandit raids that plague the farms. When you were with learning under Rook, he was always stuck in this strange predicament, and it's a predicament that you've also found yourself in, where your town safety is your responsibility, and the farms are way too far away from the town for you to adequately be able to defend both. And unfortunately, because of that, the town called Fortune always took priority over the farms. Even though the farms are technically considered part of the town called Fortune, it is true what Norman said, is that because you're past the outskirts of the town at this point, your jurisdiction is basically just how much one might respect the badge. The authority that you hold here is not the same authority that you might hold within the town.
I do appreciate it. And I do have enough coin for this one. Although I do expect to kind of bargain if we can. I was sent here for the best, and if this ain't the best, then...
Well, the best is dead. So...
Sorry about that, but what happened to it?
You see that he pauses and then says, "Wizard folk got to it."
Those lizard folk, they are a troublesome bunch.
You make it sound like they're rowdy children. They're savages, what they are. Basically animals.
Rook told me a bit about it. Sorry, we can't do...
All the stories are true, and then some. I don't need your sorry, Sheriff. We know that there's other things more important.
I feel like Bishop was about to say something, to try and, combat that statement, but I think he's going to give him the whole pouch instead of trying to bargain.
Thanks. I recognize the seal. This is, actually the mayor's pouch.
And I'm going to look at him and I just seen Alice Goode before I came over here. She's in the house over there now.
If she's a good kid, whatever you think that she may or may not have done, it wasn't her. She's nothing like her dad.
Mr. Norman, it ain't like that. I want to talk to her and the mayor's daughter. You have my word.
You see that he frowns and stands there for a moment. And while he's doing so, you see that a short woman comes up behind him and says, "Oh, what can we do for you?"
Well, Mr. Norman here was kind enough to provide me with the horse.
Our horses here are probably the finest in all of Vainsworth.
But I've actually come here to talk with Miss Goode and Miss Adder.
I'm Miss Goode. I'm Norman's here's wife. And Adder, I'm not quite certain. I'm from. You see that Norman just holds up a hand. He goes, he knows.
And this is my first time, knowing that she introduced herself as Miss Goode, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Realization paints over his face. It ain't nothing bad.
He's here to apologize to them.
You're here to apologize to him?
Two of them apologize to them.
I'm sorry. Are you one of his deputies?
No.
I just need to make sure that they're safe and apologize, like Xochitl here said.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Big rolls, big rolls.
Xochitl, you can give him the help action if you want.
Thank
Okay.
God. I'm not a persuasive person.
No shit.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Wow. Punch.
16. That one and a 16.
That one and a
That's
16. We'll take the
good.
16 because you're rolling at advantage. All right. If you cause any start of issues, we're going to have some problems. You understand? I don't care what you're the sheriff of.
Yes, ma'am.
Straighten up. Slouching is bad for your posture.
Sorry.
Yes,
Stand up.
so that's my auntie.
Stand up straight.
She leads you in, calls up the steps. Alice, hun, Miss Adder, willing, come down.
I poke my head around the corner like a Scooby-Doo character.
You
I do the
see Sheriff Bishop and Xochitl standing at the base of the steps.
Hey, Sheriff.
Sheriff?
Xochitl.
Elsie,
Such gives a tiny wave.
Miss Goode.
Why don't we all come sit in the living room? Noah is also standing in the corner of the room while you guys all get situated. Norman stands closest to the door.
So, Sheriff, you come all the way over here to arrest me, or?
Came to apologize. The other night, I blew up, and I didn't mean to do that. I'm worried, and I ain't never seen stuff like we're seeing now. I know y'all haven't either, and it wasn't fair to y'all for me to say what I said.
Yes, I could say I am sorry as well. I understand that you have a responsibility to the town, Sheriff. You just shouldn't take the blame for things that ain't your fault. That's all I was trying to say. It just came out wrong.
I understand, and Elsie, that same apology goes for you as well. I talked to your father. He asked me to look after you best I can while you figure out what you got going on with your fireball hands. I still don't quite know how you did the bear thing. But,
I think at that mention, I'm gonna look at my family and see how they're reacting to that.
Your aunt took it pretty in stride when you kind of burst out in a few moments ago. But you see that Norman almost loses his grip on the shotgun. Sorry, if you don't mind. What exactly?
A couple of days ago, the mayor's daughter got kidnapped. While we were out there, there was some strange storm that happened. It seems to be affecting us in a strange way.
What do you mean strange?
Yeah, we should probably be outside, away from the stable and the horses as well.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Elsie just hops up and she's out the door.
Oh?
Wait, hold on. Oh boy.
Well, I mean, this good a time as any.
You guys all gather.
You all ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my gun just in case a bear comes out.
Norman sees you pull your gun and he pulls his gun.
All right. Let's all give Miss Adder some space.
All right. I would like to channel the magic.
I really, you know what? You're so brave for saying that. You're so brave.
I'm honestly just trying to make something interesting happen that they will remember.
That is your walk-in. Okay.
Not specific,
right.
Jordan.
Go ahead and roll
Turn
me
one of us into a toad.
Go ahead and roll me a D100.
73.
Sheriff,
Oh no.
the pistol in your hand suddenly is a lot lighter. You see 3 birds just kind of flutter away from it.
What happened?
Well,
I didn't see any fireball.
Wait,
That was my favorite pistol.
what is going on here?
I guess that was me. I was hoping for a little bit more, something more spectacular, but I did something.
I thought that was pretty spectacular.
Well, he looks so. That was his favorite pistol. I feel a little bad now.
Oh, he can get another.
My pistol just flew away.
You guys notice that there's a little bump on Alice's forehead. A little mushroom pops out of her temple.
Alice, I am so sorry. I don't.
As you look at your hands, you see these small, tiny mushrooms of different shapes and colors kind of start sprouting.
Now that is spectacular.
Hey, what's going on? You see that Norman cocks his shotgun, but he's not really sure what to do.
Elsie, stop it!
Can
I think Bishop is laughing for the first time in a year.
Can I try and cast magic to make the mushrooms stop or reverse?
Oh my god!
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check with a disadvantage.
14.
You see that the growth of the mushrooms on Alice's body slow to a stop.
They haven't gone away though, right?
No. But if you slowly press on them, they kind of pop off, not leaving any mark.
Oh god.
You guys kind of spend the next hour trying to do different things. Elsie, you do manage to conjure a firebolt on command.
Yes.
And kind of shoot it up into the air where it disperses. Your uncle and your aunt and your cousin, Alice, kind of just perplexed. You guys, over the next hour or so, explain a little bit more in detail about the past few days' events and incidents. Is there anything you guys leave out?
I don't think I keep anything from them.
I think we're pretty transparent.
So after this few hours, Lena says, let's have some stew. And it's some damn good stew.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So are you gonna be staying around here for a little bit?
Yeah, if that's all right.
So that's fine. We have some guest rooms. Noah wouldn't mind. Sure, if you're all right with it, sharing a room. It's just Noah can't sleep on the floor. His back is
It's fine. I've slept in worse.
How long have you been sheriff?
A few years now. Not a few years, I guess. 2 years.
If you don't mind me
Yes.
asking, who am to Rook?
Just part of the job, I suppose. He got killed in the line of fire.
Sorry for the loss. So Shay, you said that that you're not from around here. You said that you came from up north.
Yeah.
It's a far journey. You come here for the mine?
No.
Just a fresh start. I understand. Sorry, just making conversation.
You're fine.
You see that Norman and Lena kind of exchange a glance before kind of dropping the subject.
How long have you two been together? Seems like a nice little ranch you got here. Nice little living that you made for yourself.
Coming up on 20 years, I think. It's 23. That is 20 something. It's 23. This farm used to be Lena's parents. When we got engaged, it was a wedding gift.
That seems real nice. I couldn't even imagine staying with the same person for 23 years.
Well, when you
Great
find
for you two.
the right person, it makes it a lot easier. He kind of reaches out for Lena's hand, and she grasps it. His hands are probably like 3 times larger than hers.
Oh, love them.
Look at goals, man. Look at goals.
Alice, are you still at that gambling house?
Still working under Mr. Clover.
If you need some funds, we
No. Actually, I'm in a good spot right now. I came to give you guys this just to help you out a little bit.
look. We
Now, don't be ridiculous. You have 3 mouths to feed, and bodies out there looking a little low.
It's those damn wizard folk. It's not the wizard folk. I keep telling you, it's not them. It doesn't. It's them. Who else could it be?
What's
Look,
going on?
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just been a little rough. That's all.
How are you losing bodies if you?
The wizard
is
folk
this
are
from
coming in
sickness, or-
and they're killing them. No, they're killing them. Sorry, Alice. We appreciate your generosity, but you don't have to.
Now you know I'm not going to let you give that money back to me. And after everything that you two have done.
Norman begrudgingly takes it. We should clean this up. Noah here can show you to where you'll be staying.
Do you need any help? I can.
Actually, if you don't mind waiting after we're done cleaning up, there is a piece of the roof that I need to get fixed, and an extra set of hands, and arms strong as yours. I'd appreciate the help.
Absolutely.
Noah here can't really help out with that sort of stuff.
That's all right. No one can help us out and clean up, right now?
Yeah. I'll show you guys to your rooms.
I think that as Noah leads them up to the rooms, I'm going to see if I can talk to my aunts really quick. I'm just going to go up to her, kind of start like cleaning like the dishes and wiping
You don't
them
have to do
out.
that.
And I'm happy to do it. It's nice to be in a home.
You're always welcome to be here. You could stay here. We could I'm sure it's a hefty sum of money, but we can figure something out. If you wanted to, you can stay with us until you find out what you want to do. Wouldn't be any trouble at all.
I know. I think Alice leans over and gives her short little auntie a little kiss on the temple. And every time you offer it, it gets more and more easy to say yes. But tonight's not going to be the night that I do. About those horses, I'm really interested in knowing what's going on,
Look,
auntie.
Norman's just raising a fuss. It's not a big deal. Sometimes it just happens. I don't know. It's probably just some bandits with a sick sense of humor or something. I don't know. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
Yeah, but if some horrible person is out there murdering your horses, that's bad for business.
Look, we had 13 this season. Not our biggest season, but 13 is more than enough, and we had some really good hitters. But over the past 3 nights, we've been finding them dead the next morning after.
Yeah, did you see any signs of people breaking into the stable or anything like that, or someone else trespassed on the property?
I mean, we don't keep them in the stable at night. We kind of let them roam within the fences. Don't hear anything. That's the thing. Norm is convinced that it's, especially after what happened to Nicholas, it's usually his go-to. But if it's the wizard folk, I mean, there wouldn't be any bodies for us to bury.
They would have taken everything.
I don't know. It's weird.
It seems like she's very unsettled. I want to see how unsettled, how upset is she by this?
Sure. Give me an insight check.
Mm-hmm. An 11.
She looks troubled. She looks more disturbed.
Mm.
Wizard folk raids are nothing new, but most of the time, if there's going to be a wizard folk raid, usually it'll happen maybe once a month or so, and then that's it.
Yeah,
they don't.
3 days in a row.
If they do 3 nights in a row, it's very dangerous. Basically, you know that at a certain point, people would start getting prepped for it. So it's very uncommon for wizard folk to raid the same area multiple times in such a short time span.
Is there light still out? I'm not sure.
It's probably approaching evening.
Andy, where did you bury that horse?
Just out back. Don't worry about it. From what it sounds like, you guys have plenty of stuff that you have to worry about.
Yeah, but seems like a good distraction, right?
I don't think you need to be worrying about distractions right now, dear. I think what you should be focusing on is what's happening to you and the mayor's daughter. That's incredible. Like I said, you guys are welcome to stay as long as you can, as long as make sure that you pull your own weight around here, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, you've been scrubbing that same dish for about this whole time. I think it's clean now.
Oh, I think it is the cleanest it has ever been. Look at that. It's the cleanest dish you have now in the house.
All right, let's not start inflating our own heads about that. Upstairs, Xochitl and Elsie. Noah leads you up. He's tall, kind of has to duck a little bit at a part of the stairwell where the ceiling has kind of sagged in a little bit. This is your room. I can get you guys some fresh linens, and stuff. I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, yep. While he's walking down, Bishop, you made quick work of fixing the part of the roof. Thank you.
Yeah, it's no problem.
I want to apologize for earlier. Look, it's just, family you gotta look out for. No.
Right.
I'm sure you understand.
I do. I just haven't seen my folks in a long time.
I'm sorry. That must have sounded very. I apologize. I didn't mean anything by that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I actually wanted to ask you a personal question, if you don't mind. Lenny, Mr. Goode, your brother.
Alice's father was my brother.
He owed a debt, I presume. I seen it in the file. We have record of it back at the town.
He stops you before entering the house. Leonard was my older brother. It was just the two of us. He moved closer to the town once he met Mary, Alice's mother. I don't want you to think so lowly of me, Sheriff, when I say that my brother didn't understand the virtue of hard work, really. He was always going off about making it big, providing for his family. Those respectable things. Those things I can get behind, but he wanted to cut corners. He wanted to get it the quick way, whether striking a vein in the mine or winning the jackpot. He didn't know when to quit. All he did was just make things a lot harder. If my brother hadn't done what he did, she would probably be better off.
I didn't see much of the trial that happened afterwards, so I wasn't too involved in the verdict or anything, but I can say that at the very least he raised a mighty fine daughter.
You see Norman shake his head. She's a good kid, but it's no thanks to him. I told you I'd stand by my family. But Lenny, he's... Sheriff, I understand that you, or at least I hope you understand, that justice is an important virtue. What my brother did, just know that I respect the badge of Sheriff Rook well enough not to harbor any bad feelings to his successor.
It's getting dark.
As you step inside, you see that Norman kind of stops at the doorway and does one last sort of like look across his property. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Hey, you tell me if you see a chupacabra out there or something. Because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting these horses. It's a fucking.
I'm at 18. 18.
Chupacabra eats goat.
Your perception is primarily directed towards Norman. You can see from your trained eye, one trained eye to another, you see that he's searching for something. But from his slight nod to himself and the closing of the door, you know that he did not find what he was looking for.
Bishop isn't going to say anything, but he is going to take note of that. Once he gets to the room, I don't think he's going to sleep. Like, he's not going to get a good night's rest. He's going to stay up a little bit and try to see if he can hear or see something.
You see that Noah leads you up to his room, and he goes, I was talking to my mom, and we decided it's best that, you know, the sheriff of town called Fortune has a bed. I can't
do
no,
that.
it's quite all right. There's my brother's room is still here, so I'll just stay in there. So help yourself. I made sure to change the sheets and everything. Is there anything you need from me, sir?
No, thank you. And Bishop is just fine. Just call me Bishop.
Yes, Bishop. Good night, sir. You see that he nods, and then you see that the room across from him is a closed door. Noah walks over and opens it and steps inside. Just from a quick glance, you can see from like the lamplight that kind of looks like a little bit more like childish, a little bit more like a kid's room. The room that you're staying in is Noah's room. You can see that it's pretty sparse. The bed you kind of sit on is very soft.
What kind of view do I have?
You probably look right over like the garden. The rest of you, there are 2 other guest rooms. How are we dividing it up?
I'm gonna go over to Xochitl and I'll say, take the bed. It's fine. She makes very thick quilts. I can just lay one down on the ground and be fine.
It's fine. You can take the bed.
Don't be ridiculous. I already set it up.
So I guess I'll just take the other guest room.
Yeah, you are the mayor's daughter.
Well, they're saying this, such as like going to kneel down, lay on the quilt.
Alice also kneels down on the quilt. I mean, that we can't both be down here. I mean,
that leaves a bed empty.
Yeah, that would be a waste.
This is your family's ranch. I think you should go.
You are a guest in my family's ranch. You should take the bed.
And as I guessed, I want you to take the bed.
You're a very strange and stubborn lady. Alice stands up, and then she's gonna go sit on the bed and take out some cards. You want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
Pick a card.
Are you trying to do
to look cool.
like a sleight of hand? You're trying to do it. Okay, you're doing a sleight of hand magic trick, or are you trying to
like a sleight? I think like a sleight of hand magic trick.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
A 26.
Okay, so you do a lot of fancy shuffling. You have her return the card to the deck, but the entire time you're shuffling, you know exactly where the card is. As you spread out your hands, you feel a weird tingling in your right arm.
I keep this to myself.
You clasp the small pile of cards back together, all face down. And then as you spread them apart, Xochitl's chosen card should be at the very top, the very last card. Mm-hmm. But as you slide them across, showing each one of them as your hand passes over, You notice that the first one is actually Xochitl's 7 of diamonds. But then the second card is also the 7 of diamonds. So is the third, the fourth, all the way up to the 13th until you the two of you are looking at 13, 7 of diamonds.
Were they all the same?
I'll tell you right now that I don't usually put this much flair into these things.
Xochitl, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'm rolling so
Bamboozled.
shitty, so I got a 6.
It's quite possible that she had 13, 7 of diamonds in her deck, and she just somehow happened to have... That's how she separated the pile.
I think when the trick is done, Alice is going to look to Xochitl and she's going to go, my aunt has been having some trouble with some of her livestock. She's lost 3 bodies in the last 3 nights. Apparently you've been, all around, traveling. Any animals that you could think of that could kill a horse and do it methodically at night?
You want to give me a history check, Xochitl?
I got a 5.
There's no animal that you come across that methodically kills horses. I mean, that methodically suggests that there's some type of intelligence.
From what your aunt said, no animal does come to mind.
You do know that wizard folk do tend to hunt at night. If wizard folk were to raid, if they were to kill or take any type of livestock as carnivores, they would take the food. Even if they weren't able to eat it at that time, they would take the food so that they would be able to take it on their travels and not have to find another piece of prey later on.
Yeah, but like every night kind of stalking the horses is kind of...
You know that wizard folk do not tend to backtrack. The only reason why wizard folk would repeat a hunting ground is if they had set up camp somewhere nearby. Around 3 days is probably the maximum you've seen a wizard folk group stay in one
tonight
spot.
Should either be...
Correct. They probably wouldn't stay for a 4th night.
Okay. She's gonna look at Alice like, did your aunt tell you anything else about the horses?
She did say that one of them was buried in the back. Those horses, that's my family's livelihood at stake. At 3 days, that's a lot of bodies in 3 days. I'm worried.
Well,
And I'm wondering, how sleepy are you feeling?
you want to go check out the horse's body?
We don't even need to bring a lamp or anything. Moonlight's going to be good enough. No shade anywhere, so everything should be pretty visible. I'm thinking we should maybe bring the sheriff as well. And Elsie.
You want to get the sheriff?
I was kind of hoping that we could wait till everybody's asleep. Aunt and uncle are heavy sleepers and no one can keep a secret. My uncle is very proud of what he does. And I don't know how much he'll like us meddling.
Guess we wait it out then. Got a different magic trick that isn't rigged?
I've got 1,000,000, and I will proceed to do 1,000,000 magic tricks to wait for the house to fall asleep.
Just give me one sleight of hand.
I can't wait to botch it. A 10.
They're all right. Nothing as wild as before. And you know, Alice, that what happened with the 7 of diamonds was not something you did.
Yeah, that was not
intentionally.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to perform magic tricks when a quarter of your deck is the same card.
They didn't turn back.
No, they're still
That's annoying.
They're all 7 of diamonds.
Oh no!
A whole court. And it's not even like there's like 13 cards in the suit, right? It's not like a whole suit just became 7 of diamonds. Yeah. You're missing like bits and pieces of every set. You can kind of tell that like Xochitl's not like...
that's so inconvenient!
Xochitl's not like fully convinced at the next at the following tricks because while she's like you're having her pick a card, they're just showing up as 7 of diamonds because there's a 1 in 4 chance.
Man, I look so lame now. The first one was such a banger.
Your aunt stops by kind of just to check in on you guys. Elsie, Bishop, are you guys doing anything in particular?
No, I think I was just watching.
I'm sitting in my room just taking notes from the day's activities and the magic and turning the gun into birds.
I'm missing my gun. That's what I'm doing.
I'm sorry, okay?
Bishop, we can say during this time you have You are fixing the other gun, the one that jammed.
Mm-hmm.
After a short amount of time, Alice and Xochitl, if you guys want to move, you guys can move.
I'm gonna go knock on Bishop's door, like, super quietly.
Alice,
We're gonna go out and look at some stuff.
look at some stuff. What do you mean, look at some stuff?
Well, we'll talk about it later when we're not talking about it right now inside the house where everybody can
What
hear
kind of stuff are we looking at? Is everything okay? Did you see something? Because that's what I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
I was looking for stuff.
I wonder if it's the same
It might be the same stuff. All right, let's go. Who's with you?
Xochitl's coming. And I think Xochitl probably went to
Yeah,
go
I was
get
gonna
Elsie.
say that.
Totally.
Who gets Elsie?
Hello. I'm awake.
Oh. It's, Elsie, are you awake? I mean, you're awake, yeah.
I am awake. Are you awake?
Yes. We are going to go check out the disappearance of the horses. No.
Are the horses gone?
Elsie,
Honey and Buttercup?
No, Elsie, let's
Bullseye.
just follow me, please.
Stealth
Does
checks from
Noah-
everybody.
Yeah, I was about to say I am.
Stealth checks from everyone.
All right, you guys, don't fuck this up. I don't want my aunt to yell at me.
This is going to be a group stealth check, so before you guys roll.
Scooby-Doo gang.
So for a group stealth check, the DC is going to be a collective 35. What that means is that the sum of your guys' rolls has to beat or equal a 35.
We don't got this.
We got this.
17
What
from
did we get
Elsie,
again?
And I got a 12.
a 12 from Alice, and 9 from Xochitl. That is above 35, so that's above the DC. You guys are
We did it!
Oh, okay,
Equal.
let's go.
We did it!
Oh, it's 35. Okay, it was 35.
yes.
Why do they
Bishop,
even
it's a
make this
little
game?
hard. Rightfully so. It's a little hard for the Leonin to kind of like make it down.
I can't really
Oh.
sleep. Just every time I step, you hear creaks.
Because it takes a little bit for you guys to sneak out, because every time Bishop steps and it like creaks, you guys all just like stop.
And stare at him.
It is a cloudless night sky, and outside you don't hear too much. You can hear, the heavy huffing of the horses as they breathe, and you can kind of hear them like trot along.
One of you needs to grab a shovel from the barn.
All right.
Did you guys
go
explain
ahead
to
and
each
get
other
that.
what's going on?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, it
trying
looks
to
like
get
all the horses
out.
are here. Honey and Buttercup right there. Somewhere, I'm sure.
Elsie confirmed, not horse girl.
All right. I'll go get the show. What are we doing?
So the last couple of days, last 3 days in particular, horses have been ending up, they're dead the next morning. I just want to figure out what the hell is going on. If it's some kind of wolf, then we can maybe deal with that. If it is a lizard folk raiding party, maybe we can scare them off. Yeah, I don't know. So that's what I'm just out here trying to figure it out. That's why I'm asking for the shovel. They buried the beast in the back. If it is an animal, then we could be able to, tell that from whatever's missing or not missing.
Shouldn't be too hard. Your Mr. Norman, he looked like he was looking for something when we came back in.
Yeah, apparently this thing attacks the horses at night, so it's maybe be around, so be careful.
Just give me an investigation check just to check like how long it would take.
Can you give her help action?
Sure.
Never mind, I take back my help.
A 4.
Got a 4 with advantage.
Yeah, big 4 with advantage. I rolled a 3 and a 4, dude.
Okay, all right. So it takes you guys some time to find fresh pile of dirt that has been most recently disturbed. It is nighttime, so it's a little bit hard to see, even though the moonlight does cast some illumination.
I mean, this might be a bad idea. Maybe we should all just stick together. But if you wanted to go maybe patrol the pasture, see if you could find anything, maybe animal markings or scat or something.
I'll go.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll go.
Xochitl, you want to go with her?
Yeah, I'll go with her.
We'll come running if we hear any gunshots. Otherwise, you guys are on your own, all right?
I wonder if I can turn myself into a bird.
What?
Elsie, please,
Huh?
not now.
So Jay's just like, girl, please do not turn into a bird right now. I'm sick.
Bishop, go ahead and give me just a simple athletics check
Okey-dokey.
for the rate in which you are able to dig up this dirt.
I got a 12.
You are digging with Alice kind of assisting. Xochitl and Elsie, I need a perception check from both of you. You guys cannot
Oh,
give each
boy.
other a help action.
Oh,
I got an 8.
I got it now.
Oh my gosh.
The
Oh,
nat
boy.
1. The
Very
big-
cool.
Mari rolls tonight.
You guys don't
Shit.
see it.
God.
Back at the mound of dirt. Your pace is slow, Bishop, mostly because if you try and go too quickly, you'll cause quite a commotion. So you're going at a steady but slow pace just to cause as little disruption as possible. You guys can also give me some perception check, each of you. So a 12 and a
14.
14.
Yeah.
There are a few other piles of dirt nearby, probably from the other horses. Elsie, you're the only one who can give me an investigation check now because Xochitl rolled a nat 1.
All right. An 18.
And you come across a set of footprints. Footprint is not made by any type of like boot or shoe, and definitely too large to be like a horse print. Xochitl, as you kind of step over, and I assume that Elsie kind of points it out to you.
Yeah.
Xochitl, you see that the footprints are too narrow to be the triangular shape of lizard folk talons. That the indentation looks to be made by not a very large creature, but it does look a little old, so it doesn't look like it's like a fresh one.
I kind of just want to see if I can find anything that's left behind, if that makes sense.
You can give me another investigation check. Elsie, as you kind of look up the wooden stakes that form the fence, you see that there are some fairly deep grooves at the top.
I got a 21.
As you guys are both kind of looking at these grooves on the fence, you see that the top portion of the fence has deeper grooves, suggesting that whatever caused those grooves applied more pressure there than the bottom part, almost as like a use of leverage to climb over. Over at the horse grave.
Grim.
Yeah, I don't like that sentence at all. Actually.
You finally reach a substance that's not dirt. As you're doing so, you kind of dig around, and you find that it is a very intact horse head.
Is it connected?
It's connected to the rest of the body.
Okay.
As you
Okay.
kind of
We
dig.
just hit it
a little
first. Okay.
thinner. Yeah. I was pausing for dramatic effect, and it worked.
Scared me
you
for
guys,
a second.
And you see that the horse is fully intact. You can see scratches across the side of its body. The muscles of the horse look very like seized, as in they're very tense. Possibly as part of the rigor mortis, but also the horse did not die in a very peaceful manner. It seems smaller than you expect. The horses that the Goodes produce and farm and breed are strong horses. They're meant to be either riding horses or horses to pull plows across farms. So at this point, the Goode Ranch has a reputation of providing some of the strongest, fastest horses to this area. So it doesn't make sense that anything in like the genetic pool of this ranch should be producing a horse as small as this. Over at the fenced area, I'll take one more perception check.
Hey, y'all are on patrol. Y'all gotta be
19.
perceiving. Ooh.
I got a 10.
Around the same time, Elsie and Xochitl, you notice a shadow above you. Your back is to the house, and the moon is above the house. But a shadow kind of casts over what you guys are looking at as you guys are looking at the fences. And as you guys look up, you see the shadow of a figure standing at the very top rooftop. The figure on the roof is not very tall. It's not as tall as what a wizard folk would you expect. It probably looks like only about 4 feet tall. In the moonlight, you can see large, black, dark eyes. You can tell that its gaze is upon you too. Bishop and Alice, you have finally fully uncovered the horse. Like I said, it is much smaller than what you expect, but you notice that it's not small in terms of stature. It's small because the skin has been tightly pulled, almost suctioned to the meat and muscle of the horse. It's far too early for this horse to start decomposing. But what you do notice is that this horse seems to be completely drained of blood. As you guys look over this horse, this deceased carcass, illuminated by the moonlight, Elsie and Xochitl, the figure on top of the rooftop, crouches briefly and leaps off, lunging at the two of you.
Elsie, run!
And with that, we will see what happens.
Oh, I knew it.
Hey guys, I'm sorry it's taken so long for Session 5's VOD to come out. It's just been so hectic with the holidays and work. I think Session 5 was live back in the first week of November and is now Christmas Day of 2021. So it's been more than a whole month since then. It's just been with the holidays and work that scheduling's just been a little bit more hectic. But I'm glad that we're back here. There are 2 more sessions, sessions 6 and 7, that we recorded off air. That will be released within the next 2 weeks, hopefully. That will wrap up the arc on the Goode farm. I'm really proud of them. I'm really proud of this whole entire thing. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching and joining in. We all really appreciate it. I cannot stress that enough. But I hope you guys have been enjoying it. We have, and we hope to see you come the new year in 2022, back with live sessions on Twitch at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every other Wednesday. Starting with the second week of January, I think is the next time we'll be live. But if you miss any of those, you can always catch us on YouTube and Spotify under Wild Magic West. Thank you guys so much again for the support. I really appreciate it. Players, is there anything you guys want to say before we head out?
Man, thank everybody for listening. Hope y'all had a good time.
100%. Thanks for being here, guys. We had fun.
Say good night, fellows.
Good
night,
night.
Good night, fellows.